Okay, Bruchim Abam, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to the first year of the Tavshin Pei Vav shiurim on the Parsha for Friday. We have a very exciting program today. I want to begin by showing everyone how to subscribe to the emails and what they look like. You go to our site, RabbiDG.com, and you just hit the subscribe button. Then you'll get the emails for the information for upcoming shiurim, as well as upcoming events and scheduling. So, today's first year, we're going to talk about the mystery of the first letter of the Torah. I want to take the opportunity to let everybody know about upcoming svarim that you could participate in. Be'ezus Hashem, in a couple of months, the Sefer on Chinuch V'Zakenin Legadel will be in English for Art Scroll, and then the Sefer of Rabbi Meir and the Eternal Children of Hashem, will be in B'siyata D'Shmaya in Spanish and in Yiddish for the first time Svarim in Yiddish. And we're also looking to, we're working on Davar Yafa B'Itay, which is what the program we did 2 years ago, connecting the Parsha to the time of the year. Okay, I want to share with you a very interesting idea about the first letter in the Torah. We know that the Torah begins with the letter Beis, and the Das Sekena Mibalei HaTosfos says that the reason why Hashem created the world with a Beis is because this world is like a Beis, where it's surrounded on three sides, and the fourth side is not surrounded. And at that time, the Aleph came, and the Aleph complained, and Hashem paid back the Aleph, the Matan Torah, that the Torah was given Anochi Hashem Elokecha with the letter Aleph. Now, what's interesting is why exactly did the Aleph complain? Even though the Aleph indeed is the very first letter in the Torah, but why, just because the Aleph is the first letter in the Torah, why does it deserve? In other words, just because the Aleph is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, why does it deserve to be the first letter in the Chumash? Just because it's for example, the letter A is the first letter of the alphabet, it doesn't mean every single book has to begin with the letter A just because the letter A is the first letter. So just because the Aleph is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, why does the Torah have to begin that way? Exactly what was the claim of the Aleph? So my dear friend Rav Moshe Bamberger, in his Sefer Shiras Halevi, suggests that it's not just because the letter Aleph is the first letter of the Aleph Beis, but we know that in the times of Talmai HaMelech, when they translated the Torah for Talmai, all the 72 Chachamim, they came to the same idea and the same agreement, and they all decided to make the following deviation. They wrote, instead of Bereshis bara Elokim, they wrote Elokim bara Bereshis. God created the beginning. In other words, because Bereshis bara Elokim implies there is something called Bereshis, and Bereshis created Elokim. And that could lead somebody to think that there are two Reshuyos. So therefore they all made the same change. They all made the same deviation. Instead of writing Bereshis bara Elokim, they wrote Elokim bara Bereshis. God created beginning. So we see from here, really the Aleph was correct in claiming that it should be the beginning of the Torah. After all, Bereshis bara Elokim implies something called Bereshis created God. Wouldn't it be more reasonable to begin Elokim bara Bereshis, that Elokim created Bereshis? So the reason why Aleph deserves to be the first letter is not just because it's the first letter of the alphabet, but because it should really have written Elokim bara Bereshis. So God paid it back at Matan Torah, where the Torah begins with the letter Aleph, Anochi Hashem Elokecha. But I wanted to add as follows, that what's the reason Hashem created the world with the letter Beis? Isn't there a danger that somebody might think that there are two Reshuyos? In other words, should not the Torah have written Elokim bara Bereshis? how do we address the concern of the minim that maybe people will think that they're too reshuyos, bereishis bara like him? There's an amazing Pirkei de Rebbe Lezer. Pirkei de Rebbe Lezer says that when Hashem created the world, like the Das HaKanim brings, the Pirkei de Rebbe Lezer says that Hashem left open the Ruach Tzvainis, the north side. And in the north side, you have all the bad stuff. You have the Mazikim, you have the Shedim, you have the Koiches Hadin. All the bad stuff is in the north. Like it says in Yirmiyah, Mitzafain tipasach hara. From the north, the evil will open up. Mitzafain tipasach hara. And Hashem says the reason why I left the north open is because anyone who claims they're a god, let's see if they could seal shut the north side. Let's see if you can make a border on the north, right? We can only make a border to Mexico. You can't make a border to Canada, right? You can't make borders in the north. So Chazal say that Hashem purposely left open the fourth side because Hashem says, anyone who claims that you're a god, let's see if you can make a wall on the fourth side. Oh, you can't seal it shut? You're a fake, you're a phony, you're a fraud. Comes the Megala Amukos, and the Megala Amukos says that we know the word for Avodah Zarah is Elilim, Elilim. Why are Avodah Zarah called Elilim? Why do we call Avodah Zarah Elilim? Says Megala Amukos, Elilim stands for Ein Lahem Yecholes Lasois Mechitza. They're not able to seal shut the fourth side. Elilim stands for Ein Lahem Yecholes Lasois Mechitza. They're not able to seal shut the fourth side. So even though maybe it should have written Elokim bara Bereshis, God created beginnings, but it's better to begin with a Beis, because by beginning with a Beis, it demonstrates Hashem created the world open on three sides. Closed on three sides and open on the north, right? It's open on the north, and that indicates that Hashem is the only God because nobody else is able to seal shut that fourth side. Okay? So that's our opening idea for this morning.
Recording stopped.